Welcome to episode 36 of Knitting Needles and Stems. I'm Carrie, I'm your host, and today is Sunday, June 7th, 2026. Today's segments will include works in progress, finished objects, knit-alongs, more out than in, my patterns, and gardening. Welcome to all the new viewers. Thank you very much for checking out the podcast, and thank you very much for all the returning viewers. Thanks for coming back. You can find Knitting Needles and Stems groups on Ravelry, Facebook, and Patreon. My Ravelry username is Kabammer. What's new? The one big thing since last time I recorded was we had our youngest daughter turned 15 on Tuesday the 2nd. It was Raegan's 15th birthday. She was super excited. Yesterday we had her party, had some kids over. She got water balloons and a new bathing suit for her birthday, and they had a lot of fun with that, and she was super excited about it being her birthday. Other than that, it's been pretty much the same old around here. I'm still waiting to get my appendix taken out. I have to have a couple more tests done, and the next test is on July 8th, and then hopefully soon after that I'll be able to get it taken out and go ahead and get that over with. Next day I'm supposed to record, and 2 weeks from today I will be at the Yarniacs podcast knitting retreat. So I will not be recording that day. I will be the next week before there will be another podcast. Let's jump right into works in progress. The first thing I worked on was Broken Jack by General Hog Buffer. For this one, I'm using Biscotti Yarns Bisque Sock in the colorway 190708. And this is the pattern that it's all short rows. And it makes this cool design on the sock. It's really fun with self-striping yarn. And for this one, I used the Fish Lips Kiss Heel by Socks Therapist for the heel. And I am almost all the way through the foot. I have one more. No, I think I'm all the way through the foot. I got to measure it again. And I think I'm pretty much all the way through the foot on this one. I might need a couple more rounds to make it long enough for my foot, but that's one sock. And then the other sock, I've only turned the heel. Because that's how I work my socks. I do a cuff, a leg, a heel, a foot, a toe, and then they're done. I have 2 socks done at pretty much the same time. So again, that is Broken Jack by General Hog Buffer using Biscotti Yarns Bisque Sock in colorway 190708. And these are going to be my 4th of July socks for obvious reasons. I'm on a mission to make socks for every holiday. We'll see. They probably won't all get done in 1 year, but we'll see. So the next thing I worked on was The Coziest Memory by Kemper Ray. For this one, I'm using all of my most recent fingering weight leftovers first, and then I will start randomly choosing fingering leftovers from the stash that I have. I was telling you last time that I was working to get caught up on the most recent leftovers that I had, and then I'm going to do 1 square a week after that. Well, last night I got caught up. So I finished square, let me see, let me just show you the blanket. You can see, let's see, I have 1 whole row done, and I've started on the 2nd row. That's the wrong side. I'm not sure why I'm showing you that side. Okay, here we go. 1 row, started on the 2nd row here. Sorry, you can hear my dog walking around. And I finished block 43. I'm caught up with the most recent finished fingering weight projects. And I have 7 more before this second row is finished, and then I can add the other row of black in between. But it's coming along. It's coming along. It's going to be a long-term project. I'll be showing you mostly 2 squares every 2 weeks when I record, and using up some fingering leftovers and having memories of the projects that I make in the meantime with fingering weight yarn. Again, that is The Coziest Memory by Kemper Ray. The next thing that I've been working on is my 3-in-1 by Alpha Knits. For this one, I'm using Collage Yarns Riveting Sport in Storm, Lava, and Sand. It's made 100% from recycled blue jeans. So it's a cotton yarn. And I've got the whole body and both of the sleeves done. I'm working on the finishing detail. You can see there, I'm working on part of the Henley. It looks like it's 3 layers, which is pretty cool. I'm hoping I'll get to wear it some this summer since it's made of cotton and it's not too hot, but it's been pretty warm where I am lately, so I wouldn't want to wear it right now. But I just have to finish this little placard here and then do some finishing around the outside. And there's some work that you do with the other colors to make it look like it's a layered top. So I'm really happy with how it's turning out. I actually tried it on and the fit is great. I can't show you because it's completely inappropriate because the Henley is so open. I showed my kids and they were like, I don't think that's done, Mom. You're showing your bra. So again, that is the 3-in-1 by Alpha Knits using Collage Yarns Riveting Sport in Storm, Lava, and Sand. Get that bag out of the way. And the next thing that I worked on is the Cable Isles Throw by Helen Gibson. For this one, I'm using Knit Picks Mighty Stitch worsted and mulberry heather, navy heather, cream, spruce, navy, and celestial. It's a lot of colors. So I got 1 strip on this done. This is strip A. I hope the cables are showing up there because they're really great cables. That navy one I don't think you'll be able to see, but they really show up good with this yarn. It's the first time I've used this yarn. I'm pretty happy with it. And then I've started strip B and I'm joining it as I go. I've got 2 squares on strip B done, and that one is well on its way. It's going to be a wedding present for my daughter and her fiance whenever they decide to get married. It was going to be this summer. They've postponed it because, so that is, again, that is Cable Isles Throw by Helen Gibson using Knit Picks Mighty Stitch worsted in mulberry heather, navy heather, cream, spruce, navy, and celestial. And the last thing, the last knitting thing that I worked on, not the last thing that I worked on, is my Fish Lips Kiss Heel Socks by Socks Therapist. For this one, these I'm using sock blank from Knit Picks sock dye blank. It's Knit Picks Stroll Fingering that I dyed myself in flowers. I will show the picture right here of the flower dyed blank. And I've made it through the heel on both socks. And I'm working on the leg on the first sock. This was the purple flower. We're to the peach flower on this one. the other one, we're just through the heel, waiting. But you can see they're going to match pretty well. You'd be offset just a little bit, but that is okay. I do not work really hard to make my socks match because it does not matter to me if they match 100% or not. Sorry, Kendra. So again, this is going to have, or they have the Fish Lips Kiss Heel by Socks Therapist, and the rest is just a vanilla sock pattern. And the last thing that I worked on is my counted cross stitch. This is Day's End by Judy Gibson. I work on this on Tuesdays. Pretty sure I told you last time that I'm working across the row, so you can see where I'm filling in the row here. I'm getting a lot of it filled in. It's looking pretty good. Eventually this one will get done. Again, this is a long-term project, just like the blanket will be. Unless I decide that I'm going to start working on it more than one day a week, which could happen. You never know. So again, that is Day's End by Judy Gibson, counted cross stitch. Let's move on to finished objects. Only have two little finishes this time. The first one is Tiny Teddy Bear by Alexander Walker. This one was for the Bears for Kids group that I'm in. And the theme this month is summer bears, outdoor bears. So he's wearing swim trunks. And I wasn't going to give him a scarf, but when I put, when I cinched in the neck a little bit, it was a little funny looking. So I gave him a scarf to wear with his swim trunks, which is a new fad. Like he is making a fashion statement with his swim trunks and his scarf. But I think he is just super cute. I like the way she has you fold down the ears to make him look it's just super cute. And the color is off. His trunks and his scarf are like a teal color, not so blue, more blue-green. But he is super cute and ready to go see and live with a little kid. And the last thing that I finished is the classic heart-shaped dishcloth by Raegan Chambers. Raegan, sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. And for this one, I just used cotton that I got from a friend who was giving a bag of her cotton yarn away. And I picked the perfect color. I wasn't sure if I'd have enough for it, but I did. And it's just a nice little dishcloth. It took me one day to make it, and just a quick little dishcloth. All right, let's move on to knit-alongs. The first knit-along that I participate in is in the Project A Month Cal group. And for the month of June 2026, we are working on Ennui by Justyna Lorkowska. This is a pretty striped shawl if you're looking for a nice pattern to use a lot of colors in. It's really a beautiful pattern. I'm actually sitting this one out and working on my blanket because we worked on blankets last month instead. But come on over and check out the Project A Month Cal group, and you can join in any of the months. You can go back to previous months and submit things for those months. We just like to ooh and ah over everybody's projects. The next knit-along that I'm participating in is in the Yarniacs podcast group, and it is the Love Your Stash Cal, and it runs from March 20th to June 21st, 2026. It would be March 20th to June 20th in the United States. It's the spring solstice, or the spring equinox to the summer solstice is when it runs. So And for this one, they ask that you use yarn that you've had in your stash for a year or longer. And we're just encouraging you to use up your stash. That's what I'm making my 3-in-1 for. The riveting sport was the oldest yarn in my stash according to Ravelry. I don't know if it actually is the oldest yarn, but it's the very first one that I entered into Ravelry. So hop over there, and if you have a quick project, you might be able to get in on that, or if you started a project using yarn from your stash after March 20th. And the next knit along is in the Downseller Studio podcast group. I'm a sponsor for this one, so if you use any of my patterns, you get extra points for your submissions. It's the Splash Pad Party 2026, and it runs from May 22nd to July 31st, 2026. And registration is open and whips are eligible. So hop over there and join in on that fun. Then we have the Crazy Sock Lady podcast. She's having her summer sock camp this year. It runs from May 25th to August 31st, 2026. And if you like to make socks, that is the place to be. There are already hundreds of submissions just from May 25th to now. Whips are eligible for that one as well. So my Broken Jack socks will count for that. My Fish Lips Kiss Heel socks will count for that. Those are the only 2 pairs of socks that I had cast on before then. So hop over there and you can at least check out all the socks and join in on the chatter, even if you don't want to make any. In the last knit along that I'm participating in is in the Craft Cook Read Repeat podcast group, and it is bingo. And let me tell you, I am a sucker for bingo all the time. So you get an entry for making a line, any direction, diagonal, vertical, horizontal. And then if you complete the whole coverall, that cover all the squares, then you get a second entry, which I always try to complete all of them every summer. I've only been doing this. This is, I think, my 3rd summer doing it. But this week I got 2 squares. One was let someone else cook, and I let my oldest cooks every Friday, so that's an easy one. And then the other one was make something sweet and spicy, and I made chocolate cayenne cookies, which I like. They're a little too spicy, I think. If I made them again, I'd use a little bit less of the cayenne, but I like the chocolate and the cayenne together, so it is what it is. And for that bingo, you can get bingo by just cooking, by just crafting, or by just reading. So, and I've started 2 books, so I'm almost done with one. So I've almost got that one. Actually qualifies for 2 of the squares, which is a translated book, or a book from a country within the World Soccer Championship, or included in that, and a debut book by an author. So this is both of those. And then the other one is a book set in summer. So that's 3. There'll be 3 of the reading squares on there that I'll get to cover when I finish these 2 books, which takes me a long time. Anyway, enough about that. Let's move on to more out than in. For the month of May, I haven't finished much because I've been working on some big projects. I sent out 76 yards and I brought in 0 yards. So year to date, that puts me at 6,252 yards sent out and 3,782 yards brought in. So I'm definitely ahead for the year. I'm using up stash. And I really love it. I really like being able to use what I have and get that out before I start bringing other stuff in. Of course, I'm going to a retreat. I'm going to be seeing all the yarns on the D-stash table. We usually go to the yarn store while we're there. So we'll see what happens at the retreat in a couple weeks. All right, let's move on to my patterns. I sell patterns on Ravelry as carried from fleece. And I am so happy to show you the finished Mystery Critters of 2026. So I always do them as a knit version and a crochet version to be inclusive for everyone. So let's start with the crochet version. We have Ferdinand the frog, and he is super cute. For this one, I learned how to do I-cord, crocheted I-cord. That was really fun. And he has his little legs. It's just so cute. And just a word of caution, he does not stand up. They do not stand up very well. Neither one of them do. So I kind of prop the front feet under them when I sit them down, and it helps them to stay up. Or you can put a weight in the bottom. One of the ladies opened it up and put a washer in there, and that seemed to help her stand up. So that's Ferdinand the frog. And frogs are my favorite animal, so that's one reason I was so excited. And here is Francine the frog. Ferdinand was the crocheted version. This one is the knit version. And she has the I-cord and the same shaping for the legs, the fun frog-shaped feet. And they are going to be, the full pattern will be available soon, very soon. I would say tomorrow, but I don't know if I'll have it ready tomorrow. And they are just super cute, super cute. Mystery Knit Along, Mystery Make Along 2026 is complete. The prizes have been sent. And yeah, so it was really fun. Look forward to the Mystery Knit Along, Make Along for 2027. Okay, next, my new shawl pattern is in tech editing. The tech editor actually sent it back to me, and I realized that at the beginning, my increases were not correct. The tech editor didn't catch it. This is her first time ever even looking over a pattern. So I did point it out to her and let her know, and I will send it back to her because I do trust her judgment, and I do think that she's going to do a great job once she gets used to how everything works in the tech editing world. So today, after this, I'm going to be working on getting that typed back up with the edits that I have and then sending it back to her. And my pencil gnomes have been sent to the tech editor. She's hoping to have them done. She's on vacation right now. This is a different tech editor, and she's on vacation right now, but hopes to be able to have them done by the week of the 15th, the end of the week. So that's actually the week that I'll be gone to the knitting retreat. So hopefully by the next week, which would be Monday the 22nd, hopefully I'll have that testing call ready and can get that tested and put out really soon. All right, let's move on to gardening. So my husband loves yard sales and garage sales, and he will stop every time he sees a sign. Unlike me, I see the sign and go, oh look, I should stop. Nope, not going to do it. But anyway, he brought me home this plant. According to my Planta app, this is Bird Nest's snake plant, or also called mother-in-law's tongue, also called snake plant. And unlike most plants, this plant converts carbon dioxide into oxygen at night, making it an excellent plant for a bedroom. So who knew? I'm going to keep it in this pot for a little while. This is the pot that he bought it in. It's just a cute little plant, so I can't wait to see what it looks like when it grows up. There's two of them in there. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. I've been repotting some plants, so those videos will be coming soon. And I think that's all I have for you today. Until next time, keep doing what you love. Bye.